red, blue, purple light things. Red, blue, purple light things. Facts. Red, blue, purple light green. Red and blue, purple light things. Facts. You can get to know the legend, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the legend, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Melanin Tuesdays. You and I rocking with the best. Yes. Let me know how we sound on the audio before we even continue, before we even get this thing going. Let me know how we sound on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I am a little congested right now. I'm stuffy and whatnot. So pardon me. I might have to blow my nose here and there. Yeah, I went ahead and ate some pizza. I don't know. There's this pizza by the spot on Edgewood. And I don't really do dairy like that, but I've been eating this pizza and this shit got me stuffy. Like it's not good. I've been drinking tea all day. You know what I'm saying? Just stuffy as all stuffiness can be. And I'm paying the price, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so the audio is crispy. Awesome, awesome. Shout out to my mods in the building. Yes, I've been doing honey and tea, turmeric, garlic, all of the things that you could think of. I've been doing that. And everything is going good. I don't want to be on here and act like, you know, I don't want to play the victim and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I did it to myself. So I got to deal with it. Last night, I literally was like, yo, I had a good dinner. And then I was like, let me go and take a nap on some old man shit. Yeah, dairy, like cheese pizza. You know what I'm saying? The dairy from the cheese, the dairy is the cheese. And that shit got me clogged up, you know? And they said that it's supposed to snow in Atlanta tomorrow. Now, I just want y'all to get a idea about what this is with this weather, like how unprecedented this is in Atlanta, right? So of all of the years that I've been in Atlanta, my memory, if my memory serves me correct, there was this ice storm in the 2000s. There was an ice storm with black ice. and it had the city in a headlock. I mean, cars was just swerving off the road. You know, they couldn't really drive good, and it put Atlanta in a headlock. But I don't recall, nor do I remember any time that it snowed 3 times in 1 year. This is unprecedented. There's never, they're going to talk about climate change, you know, and all of this BS about climate. There's no climate change. There's a shifting of the poles and whatnot. You know what I mean? There's more than just climate change. Don't allow these people to dumb it down and whatnot. No, it's not just climate change. Some other shit going on. You know, so if snow falls tomorrow, if it happens to touch the grass and whatnot, then I believe that it will break a record, and people will have to begin to take notice because, bro, we in the deep south. It for the Nine Ether God Fest, it was 70 degrees, dead ass. I was mad hot. I had on a sweatshirt with a vest, and I was dumb hot. You know what I'm talking about? I was uncomfortable hot. You know what I mean? Like I was ready to get up out of my clothes. That's how warm it was. So for it to just turn around and talk about it's gonna snow, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, the snowpocalypse and two. I remember that. Thank you, Pup. Snowpocalypse, 2014. I was out here for that. These people was having a hard time getting around. Um, but it's a shift. It's just it's a no brainer. There's a shift. You know, places where it used to be hot is now cold, and places where it used to be cold is currently hot. And I'm here for I'm just here for all of it. You know what I mean? Like we're on a new timeline. Shit is different. I'm you know I don't want to harken on the past because you know the past don't really exist anymore. So let's go ahead and do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building. I see y'all are deep in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. I said to myself, I got to do a melanin. You know what I mean? If it's a melanin Monday or a melanin Tuesday, you know, I got to give the people, I got to deliver. And we also got Techno Tuesdays tonight. So I'm out here working these streets. You know what I mean? I'm on these YouTube streets. I'm on the blade right now. Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. Chicago in the building. Shout out to Columbus. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Portland. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Durham, North Kakalaka. Shout out to NC, CT, Tennessee. I mean, Akron. What's up, B More? Seminole, Florida. A land of flowers. You know. Shout out to, of course, Philly all day. You already know what it is. Clayton, Clayco. Don't drive through Clayco if your paperwork is not right. Norfolk in the building. We got VA in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Sacramento in the building. We have Palm Beach in the building. Arkansas, Portland, Khalifa, Ohio. Oh, Cape Verde. Shout out to Cape Verde. I dated a young lady from Cape Verde before. As a matter of fact, she used to dance in Magic City. Don't judge me. This was back in my days when I was sullied. I'm unsullied now. This was back in the days. This was like 98, 99 or something. But this was I didn't know about Cape Verde until I met this young lady. She was a twin too. She has a twin sister. Maybe y'all know about her from Cape Verde. But yeah, shout out to Cape Verde. Very beautiful women come out of Cape Verde, allegedly. Sacramento in the building, Massachusetts in the building, Texas in the building, Jamaica in the building, B-more in the building, Nebraska in the building, Stone Mountain in the building, San Antonio, Texas in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Gulfport, Mississippi. Oh, and you was in the NO. That's legend. I appreciate everybody that came out. That meant a lot. You know, it meant a lot. You know, That's not even the Zodiac. That you know what's crazy about that? That's not even the Zodiac stripper, man. It's not even the Zodiac stripper, man. This was the twins, and they was boxers. Yes, pup. 220, 20. Oh man. Was it the 22nd or was it the 20th? It was the day of Deontay Wilder's fight. I remember that because we went and watched the fight afterwards. If my memory serves me correct, pup, it might have been February the 22nd. Let's just check that up and whatnot. New Orleans in the building. Shout out to New Orleans. We've been raving about y'all food, New Orleans. Don't let us down. Oh, let me just, for clarity purposes, let me say all of the names of the food, the places that fed us, okay? Because I got to put it on record. I want to put it out there. The first place that I pulled up to was Sweet Soul Food. 4 sides for $15. I'm going to say the prices because these $40 plates and these $35.99 plates where I be at, that shit got to change. You know what I'm talking about? That shit got to change, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling the $15 plates. They understood the assignment. It was so much food on that plate. I had to put that shit on as a now or later. You know what I'm talking about? Eat some now, save a little bit for later. $15. This is in New Orleans. I don't know if you'll ever find some shit like that in the ATL. I don't know. Vancouver in the building. We got Alaska in the building. Come on, family. We we doing things. New Orleans in the building. Man. That's right. That's right. Thank you. That's when I was a YN. I'm schooly red now. I can't be held accountable. You know what I'm talking about? If I walked into Magic City right now, the whole building might catch fire. The brother's so holy. That was my YN days. You know what I'm saying? That was my Y. So I don't judge the YNs because, God damn it, I know what y'all be going through and whatnot. I used to be there with you. I used to be there. Richmond, Virginia. We got the Poconos in the building. We got Minnesota in a building. You know what I mean? I got to tell the truth because they might, you know what I'm saying? You know, it gets real messy on Tasha K and shit like that. I ain't finna get outed. Chick be like, yo, I got pictures with is that's twin. That ain't red pill, that's twin. Yeah, I'm out myself. You know what I mean? I was out there with the scrippers. All right, shout out to Sharif in the building. What up, Sharif? What you doing, man? You want to pull up and chop it up with the brother? You want to pull up and chop it up? Let me know, man. I was looking for you at the God at the but I didn't judge anybody that didn't pull up. You know what I mean? And planes is acting wonky and whatnot. I didn't judge nobody. None at all. I didn't judge nobody because if you didn't pull up, that's because your wife looked at you and you was like, all right, babe, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get on this Delta flight. I'm finna get on Spirit and go holler at my peoples in Atlanta. And she's looking at you like, you going where? So if somebody didn't make it out there, man, no judgment. Okay, you had a last minute plane. What's up with these planes, man? Shout out to B Dell with the prediction. You feel me? What's up with these planes? Man, I drove to New Orleans 6 hours. You know what I'm talking about? We was driving right past Roscoe Bico train, Boss Hog. All of them people was on the highway looking at us, but they couldn't come and pull up on us because, you know, we rocking with the ancestors. When we on the road, you know what I mean? We covered, you know what I'm saying? The ancestors cover us. So we ain't worrying about no goddamn hillbillies on the highway and whatnot. But man, I mean, if I have to get on one, I'm gonna get on one. But I'm really, you know, I'm not in love with that concept. Henceforth, the majority of the dates that I'm already booked for is all within driving distance. I'm on my 10-hour driving limit. If I could get there in 10 hours, I'm driving. Because these podcasts is long as hell. You feel me? I'm listening to podcasts, a little bit of a little bit of some Griselda. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw on some whatever state I'm going to. I'm just gonna load up the playlist and acclimate myself to whatever ratchet music comes out of that state as we drive into the state. We was listening to a lot of New Orleans shit. UNLV, Drag the Body to the River. Is that the name of the song? Dun 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 dun. Yo, Mo. I was telling them how I loaded up on that pizza yesterday, and that shit got me sounding mad congested right now. You feel me? And mad congested, bro. I don't know why I did it to myself, but you know, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It's the fact that the pizza tastes like New York, and when I'm eating it, it's like, you know, I'm hearing the sound of the train pulling up. You feel me? I'm smelling the peanuts, the roasted peanuts on 125th. It just takes me it takes me back. Badass yellow boy. Yeah, we was jamming to that. We was jamming to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, you know. But yeah. Shout out to let's start it off and give a shout out to ASAP Rocky. Now, I don't condone violence, especially violence against friends. You're gonna have to shoot the 5 and whatnot. You know, you should never pick up a hammer and do that to any one of your friends. I don't know what that's about. They was talking about Mystical, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. They should have dragged him to the river back then. But that's that. Yeah, that was. He was hugging that Jewish lawyer like Rihanna. Yeah. So does he get married to Rihanna after this? Is this he gonna be talking a lot of big boy shit? So just for anybody that's watching that may not be familiar, there's a rapper named ASAP Rocky, real name Rakim, out of Harlem. Signed to Polo Ground Records, which is a record label that I was working at around the time when my first child, was born in 2007. They're a subsidiary of J Records. And there was an incident where he had there was a shooting incident actually where it was alleged that he shot one of his childhood friends in the heat of an argument. I wasn't following the trial. I was just following the tea. You know what I'm saying? I was following the tea. It wasn't too much tea coming out, but he was found not guilty, so we can't even say that he shot the nigga. You know what I mean? I don't know who shot him. You know what I'm talking about? Who shot you? It wasn't Rakim, because they found him not guilty. So I don't know. But that's Rihanna's the father of her child. I won't disrespect and say baby father, because they're together in pictures and whatnot. So that's the child's father. It's different when, you know what I mean? You gotta say it the right way. It's child's father, not the baby father. That's the child's father. If they're having matching pajama sets on Christmas, that's the child's father. And he was facing some time. And then they offered him a deal and he didn't take it. And everybody was like, son, you're wilding. You see what happened to Tory Lanez? This is in LA. You know what I mean? But Rihanna got $1 billion. It's a little bit different. Rihanna got a Billy and she was at court. You know what I'm talking about? And she was looking at them jurors like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Free Fenty for life type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Free Fenty for life. And, you know, not guilty. What comes after that? The BET wedding, my nigga. Like, don't mess this one up. You know what I'm talking about? Don't mess this one up, Rakim. You know what I mean? You better hurry up and make her a legit wife. You better put some ice on her finger. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. Cause that's why he didn't take that time. They offered him 100 and something days. He was like, hell no, nigga, I'm going to trial, nigga. Rihanna's my baby mama. I can't leave here for 100. I'm gonna go ahead and chill up in LA County while Rihanna, the billionaire, is walking around. Niggas don't care about them 2Cs and whatnot. They put some melatonin in the milk, man. Like they don't care about that. I'm not going. No, he was like, I'm not taking no deals, nigga. I got Rihanna, nigga. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Rihanna on a visiting floor. That don't look right. So he thugged it out. He must have known something that we didn't know, because I could have swore his ass was going to jail. And yeah, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He's good. You know, they get to raise the 2 babies and whatnot. He gets to stay in their lives. Just make it right, young man. This is from your brother Schoolie Red. I'm gonna have to give you a word of advice, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay home, my nigga. You know what I mean? Pop out when you need to, but don't gloat. You know what I mean? Don't run around gloating and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Make love to your woman and take care of them babies type shit. That's what you need to do. You know, stay out of trouble. Keep your nose clean, young man. You know, because I don't know. You're not zesty or anything. You a Harlem nigga. You know, you're not soft, but I don't know about you in LA jails. You know what I'm saying? That it just don't mix. It's like oil and water. It just don't go. I can't see you walk in the yard and whatnot, young Rocky. You know what I mean? You into fashion. They that had you in that joint giving niggas you tailored suits and whatnot. They that had you in there doing fashion shows and shit like that. So you need to reconsider the tough guy shit. You know what I mean? Put that in your back pocket and go wife that girl up. You know what I mean? For somebody else do type shit. You know what I mean? You're done. You know what I mean? How many children y'all going for and whatnot? Let's get a royal wedding, sir. You know what I mean? Type shit. You know what I mean? Get that out the way. Oh yeah, Joey Badass. His girl is pregnant too, huh? Shout out to all of y'all niggas becoming fathers, man. It's the best thing that you could really do for yourself. I feel. You know, my child, he's 4 years old. He keeps me on my toes, you know, but he keeps me youthful in a sense. You know what I'm talking about? It keeps me youthful. You know, these children will keep you youthful, but these children of today, they're not the same children of yesterday. They're different. These new children are a little bit different. I just want to just give you the heads up. If you if you decide that you want to go for it, you know what I mean? Certain things you're gonna have to put away, the certain traditions that you might have stood on before. These children of today, the rules don't apply. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. Don't try to approach this shit with the shit that your grandmama and them used to do. They don't apply. These children is cursing our grandparents. These children is cursing our grandparents. It don't apply, man. They don't care. They throwing shit. You know what I mean? They active, bro. They are active. Yeah, they boss babies for real. They boss babies for real. They got sidekicks, tablets. They will snatch your chain. They snatching wigs off. They smacking people. They telling your business. Listen, you just got to be ready for these new children. I promise you. But, you know, and they expensive as hell. And they're very smart. They asking you questions that have you question yourself. They are raising the parents. If I was to get on this internet and say that my son is not my son is raising me right now, bro. My son is raising me type shit. I'm a teacher to some people, but my son is literally raising me right now, bro. Because when you think about it, there's no book on how to be a parent, right? So where does the child learn to be a child? Where does the child learn to be a child? This is something that they inherently know. And we have to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? These children are very special. So shout out to Brother Rich, aka Radiohead. For the first time, I saw his baby girl, the scorpion, his heart. Oh my goodness. She is a heartbreaker. I just melted looking at her. She is so beautiful and just calm and at ease. And I'll let him talk about her because I don't want to, what I mean? But it just, for everybody that's out there starting families and whatnot and adding on to their families, I'm an advocate. Shout out to Kambada as well, the father of two. I am an advocate for all of that. I'm the father in the crew to be like, nigga, you don't got no kids yet. Like, what you waiting for? Like, I'm him. I be encouraging these dudes to, have these children. So shout out to the good brother and his family. And yeah, man, it's definitely the return of the ancestors. It's definitely returning the ancestors. And I'm not gonna get on here and get back because I get on some PTA shit every now and then and speak about the importance of making shit happen for the children, but I don't have time right now. I don't have the energy to do that. You know what I mean? I don't got the energy. My grandbaby snatches her grandmama's wig off. You feel me? You feel me? And what's up with the glamours? Not the grandmas, but the glamours. Grandmas ain't grandmama no more. It's a whole different breed. It's called glam ma. You know what I mean? Grandma got a Snapchat account type shit. Grandma got TikTok. You know what I'm talking about? Grandma got more colorful wigs than little Kim type shit. It's different in these streets. It's different in these streets. And nobody's judging. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good because there's been a rearranging of the age groups and the demographics. You want me to pull the chart up? You know what I mean? Grandma's an auntie now. Yeah, grandma in her 40s type shit. Generation Alpha. That's what it is, right? Generation Alpha. The baby boomers ain't booming. You know what I mean? So we just got to go ahead with what we have and make the best out of it. We just got to make the best of it. I saw an article that corroborated some information that was shared on this platform months ago about the senior citizens inside of the assisted living spaces like nursery homes and the activities that they were participating in or partaking in. And yeah, they're active, and it was crazy. And I had no idea. And it's just something that I shouldn't even be paying attention to. But as Schoolie read, it's these are some things that you should know. These are some things that you should know. So yeah, then you know what I mean? Like the older generations are still having fun. And kudos to them because who the hell says when you suppose who came up with that rule? That there's some magical age where you're just supposed to hang it all up, you know what I mean? And become I don't know what the hell? No. No. If you still, you know what I mean? If you still have that passion, you feel me? If you still have that passion, you know what I'm talking about? If you still have that twinkle in your eye when you see somebody who you consider to be a suitor, you know what I mean? Tall, dark, and handsome or something. Hey, who the hell am I? Who the hell is anybody to say anything? Like, do your thing. Do your thing. I ain't judging. I ain't judging. 64 and I'm living. Right. You know what I'm saying? 64 and I'm living. That's right. Live it up. Live it up type shit. You know what I mean? Live it up. Just be responsible and you want to practice a little bit of safety and whatnot. And just do us a favor. Don't put it on OnlyFans. I mean, there's some things that should remain, sacred. So, yeah, don't put it on the internet type shit. You could film it in your phone. We all got smartphones. A little bit of amateur here and there, but don't upload it. Don't upload it. The internet is crowded right now. We're you know what I mean? Whatever was uploaded, I guess people could deal with that, but yeah, hold that in your phone type shit. You know what I'm talking about? For sure. For sure. But yeah. What else are we gonna be talking about? Let's see. Let's see. There's how many people heard Drake's album? How many people heard the Drake album? The one for the ladies and whatnot. Ladies, y'all heard it? How do y'all like that? How do y'all like Aubrey singing to y'all? How did you enjoy it? The Pope has bilateral pneumonia. Shit. Bilateral pneumonia. Yeah, it's a Rappington. You didn't know he dropped the album. It was a no-go. The worst. You heard other people listening to it. Okay. I had to ask the question. I don't know. I don't know who be listening to his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who be listening to his stuff. I heard somebody was listening to it. I just got to find out who the hell was that somebody that's listening to it. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I heard a few songs. I wasn't that impressed. Somebody just said that it sounded like AI. I literally had to double check when I was listening to the songs because I was like, you don't know what to trust these days. You know what I'm saying? Like the songs sounded like something that AI would produce because it sounds like other shit that he put out before. You feel me? Yeah, Blue did say that. So I was kind of like, let me just make sure this is an official release and whatnot. And I checked it out. Yeah, Kanye is definitely obsessed with that dude. He's a weird obsession. Weird obsession. You know what I mean? The Spanish song. Like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the this nigga got a new Spanish accent. You know what I'm saying? He uploaded a new Spanish accent. Like, what the hell? It just don't hit the same anymore. Meanwhile, I'm still listening to the Kendrick Super Bowl performance. The shit is addictive. I'm on like my 100 spin on that on the YouTube. Me and my son. My son is he's locked in with that shit. Like I'm listening to the Kendrick Super Bowl performance type shit. Not the GNX album, not to take anything away from that, but I really I played that album to the damn tape popped on it. I still listen to it here and there, you know what I mean? Here and there, but I like that live show. That live show is fire. I promise you. That live show was fire. Performance art at its finest. It gets better with each listen. Yes. It gets better with each I find something new with each listen. I just love it. You know what I mean? I love the theater, I love the theater, the theatrics of it. the you know, I love how condensed it was, meaning that it wasn't long and drawn and whatnot. It's literally like what 13 minutes, I think. It arrives. It has a storyline. It wasn't all over the place. You feel me? I love the as a performer, right? As a performer, breath control and being able to breathe and being able to catch your breath. That's very important. So the intervals when Sam Jackson came in, right? The intervals allowed him to get his breathing together. It allowed him to get everything right. SZA looking beautiful. Was she singing live? Was that live? You know? Was she singing live? Yeah, the replay value on that shit. I mean, I don't always get stuck with the replay value. I'm part of this internet generation where it's like I just see something and I consume it and I keep it going. But this shit right here, I'm going back and back and back, and I'm keeping it a buck with you. Is literally really my son. They kind of had me because I would have kept it moving and whatnot. It was my son that kept playing that shit. And I'm like, and it just grew on me even more. And now we just in the car listening to it together. We in the crib. I wake up, you know what I mean? I'll be in the bed and we just be locking in, listening to the Kendrick performance. So it's like anytime that you could bond with a 4-year-old over some hip hop or some rap music, like you're in a good space. You know what I mean? Like consider yourself in a good space. And it's not something that I have to be worried about. All of the women was dressed. All of the women were dressed. You feel me? Not to take away anything from the women that like to show a little bit of skin. You know what I mean? I'm not judging you, nor am I smudging you. However, you can't be walking around butt naked like Joe Button. You know what I mean? We don't need that. There's a time and a place for all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, no backup vocals. No backup vocals. Black History Month. It was the blackest performance that you'll probably see in a very long time. Feel me? He didn't give you it was some good woke shit, you know what I mean? He didn't give you heavy-handed consciousness. He wasn't giving you, heavy-handed consciousness where he was shoving it down your throat and whatnot. He gave it up to whereas we could basically, all of us who could see and hear, that dog, it was a dog whistle, but it wasn't a dog whistle. He did it in front of everybody. You know what I mean? And it was unapologetic. I don't need Kendrick to be blackety blackety black. I just need Kendrick to be the performer. I need him to be the grand wizard. I need him to be the microphone controller, the master of ceremony. I need him to be in alignment with higher consciousness. I don't need him to be preachy, reachy. I don't need him to save. I don't need him to free the slaves. I don't require any of that from Kendrick Duckworth Lamar or Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. That's not his purpose in life, you know? And I don't want to hear people are like, oh, he should have performed his hits. And I'm like, no, he shouldn't. This is a new Kendrick that we're looking at. He entered into a new phase after he caught that body and whatnot. This is a new Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to go on tour, right, with SZA. So it's only right that at the Grammys you give them a little bit of a teaser as to what the tour is going to look like and sound like. The tour is going to be based off of his new project, which is GNX. A lot of people probably never heard the songs on GNX. Henceforth, why the album went to #1 on the charts All 3 albums went to #1. He's the first artist to do this in history, where Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, and GNX all were charting. They can't all be #1, but they were all in the top 10 and whatnot. So even with TDE owning his masters, they kind of did him a favor, because like I said, but he performed Damn, he performed Be Humble, he performed DNA. You feel me? So whatever the case is, it all worked out. I'm Gucci with every single song selection. I thought about other songs that he could have put in, and I'm like, nah, fuck out of here. All of those songs fit right in the right sequence, right? Keep in mind that Samuel Jackson was narrating, right, the story. Samuel Jackson was Uncle Sam, and Samuel Jackson was playing as double consciousness, the same type of double consciousness that W.E.B. Du Bois wrote about in his book and whatnot. So Uncle Sam is literally that voice that has you code switch when you get around white folks. Uncle Sam or Uncle Samuel, right, is the same voice or that same devil on your shoulder that tells you to turn down your blackness in like the airport or in the elevator or in places where white spaces and whatnot. That's who he is. You know what I mean? He's telling you to conform. He's telling you to turn down your blackness. He's telling you to quote unquote, be apologetically black type shit. And there's a lot of people that walk that walk and they follow that quote unquote mandate. And in this time that we find ourselves in, where the Republicans are in charge and it's a Trump administration, Doge type of white Christian nationality, white Christian nationalism thing taking over, a lot of our people who don't have a foundation. Like, imagine what melanated people are doing in the workplace right now as they watch DEI get stripped away, Black History Month get thrown away, all of these things changing. Imagine how much cheek clapping and ankle grabbing people that are stuck in corporate America have to do right now. Imagine how much you thought code switching was bad before. Imagine what it's going to become, right? And these group of Europeans that you're dealing with, they don't give a fuck about none of that. These are not liberals. These are not small hat liberal, long nose real estate agents, Democrats. The Democrats want a lap dance. The Republicans, they don't want, they want you to just be, they respect you if you come as you are. I don't think that they respect bootlickers. I don't think that they respect bootlickers. I don't think that they respect weak people and whatnot. They this whole thing that we're looking at right now, this is the rise of toxic masculinity on a level that you've probably never seen before. You know what I'm saying? And it's just getting started and whatnot. But you're going to see masculinity, they're going to mask it as a masculinity thing, but off the rip, the shit is toxic. You know what I mean? Off the rip, it's toxic. Off the rip, it is a revengeful type of masculinity. They're taking revenge against, the divine feminine. They don't want to hear none of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? They're not trying to hear none of that. You know what I mean? All of that namaste. They don't want to hear none of that. If it ain't Christian and mayonnaised out, if it ain't Christian and Caucasian, they not rocking with it right now. And they not like us. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, it's a lot of misguided energy. This is their last stance. This is their last rallying cry. This is their last stance. Because after they finish destroying shit, and after they finish letting their nuts hang, and after they finish showing the world their fangs and whatnot, they won't be able to do this again. So this is literally Custer's last stand. Okay, so they're gonna go super hard, super duper hard, and they're gonna make sure that whatever they attempt to do is going to stick for as long as possible. They don't have any they don't have any quote unquote visions of stepping down from that throne. You know what I mean? They don't have any vision whatsoever of giving up the keys to the quote unquote mansion. You know, you said it don't matter because they'll be on Mars by 2030. Let me say, if they planning on being on Mars, my nigga, man. If they plan on being on Mars, imagine where they plan on having niggas in on the Earth. And to be honest with you, them motherfuckers are not going to Mars. They're not going to Mars. They are not going to Mars. That's just a lot of well wishing, and that's just a lot of that's that white man's fluff. They ain't going to Mars the same way they didn't go to the moon, my nigga. So don't even buy into that stupid. That's rhetoric. That's rhetoric. We in 2025. You say by 2030, you giving them people too much credit. They are not going to no Mars. They going to Las Vegas with a background that probably look like Mars, but they can't even go to the moon. How would make you think that they could go to the Mars? Like they said, it's some tall niggas on Mars. You just can't see them with your optics. It's some tall niggas on Mars, and they gonna walk through the Stargate and do what? These are still human beings. You know what I'm saying? It's not like these are humanoids. It's not like, they could send machines up there all they want, but machines could break. These are still humans and whatnot. How the hell do you think a human could go to another planet and take over that planet? Everything on that planet have to be weaker than a human. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You know what I mean? You might think niggas are strong and whatnot, but literally on a planetary aspect, we are like ants. You know what I'm saying? We not strong, my nigga. We can't even build a pyramid on this planet right now. Can't even pick up the bricks to build a pyramid if we don't have external an external slave race. That's why they're building on them robots and whatnot. That's why they're gonna bring androids and humanoids, and they're gonna merge man with machine, and exoskeletons, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck? Man is weak compared to the strength of other planetary beings and whatnot. Man, what you think you're gonna knock out a fucking a gray alien, nigga? You think you're gonna you I be watching World Star. Y'all don't got it. Y'all don't got it, man. Cut it out. Zeus Networks. Niggas don't have you don't have what it takes, man. Let's not even do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, niggas can't even fly right now. The fucking planes is crashing. You can't even land a plane the right way right now. You know what I'm saying? So many damn plane accidents. Yeah, squabble up on Mars. Let's live stream Elon Musk going to Mars to squabble up. You know what I'm saying? Just send Jake Paul to Mars to squabble up. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You know what I'm talking about? It's not happening. Energy grid is all messed up. So I ain't buying into none of that propaganda. Hell no, I won't even repeat that shit. You know what I mean? I won't even repeat it because it's almost like we giving them credit. Spin, what up? Spin, we're gonna cook around 10:30. If that's cool with you. Remember John? Yeah, John Connor. Remember that? Yeah, Blue broke that down excellently in the When in Rome lecture. If y'all didn't see the When in Rome lecture, y'all need to go ahead and get that replay because that shit is still spinning and whatnot. You need to go ahead and get the replay. Yeah, I don't want to talk about too much street shit, but the whole thing with your boy 50 Cent and Big Meech. I'm gonna go over it again, because that's kind of like, in the headlines. Yeah, 50 Cent is diabolical. 50 Cent is diabolical. But at the end of the day, I would just sum it all up to say that we said that the streets is dead. We said that watch the party die, and we standing on that. So everybody that's affiliated with that and associated with that, and the people who have signed up to be a part of that, you gotta you have to you gotta pay the piper, and you're gonna have to bear witness to the ending of certain eras and whatnot. It cannot sustain itself anymore. It has to come to a closing. You know what I mean? The conversation in our communities has to evolve past drug dealer worship and whatnot. We've gone generations doing this. You feel me? There's been generations of young black men looking up to people who mean their community no good, and we cannot resuscitate people who are hood legends, and we cannot resuscitate and reinvigorate these quote unquote urban legends anymore. Okay. The only reason that they should be praised, the only reason that they should even receive the redemption arc is when they do something, you know what I mean, that's on a bigger scale than what it is that they're known for, right? In a negative way. So if they do something on a positive side to balance out their negative, quote unquote, track record, or their negative lore, or the allure to their names and whatnot, yeah, we got to put the pressure on these niggas to prove themselves. All of that, welcome home for what? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to 50 Cents for sinking that ship, my nigga. Welcome home for what? You know what I'm talking about? Even though they not going to Mars, these Peckerwoods talking about going to Mars, and we still in the barbershop talking about, yo, the Big Meech snitch and whatnot. Like there's a humongous gap right now. And I'm glad that people are got their TVs turned off, because our culture needs to grow up. It needs to evolve and whatnot. And in order for it to evolve, some of these legends got to die. And I don't mean figuratively. I mean that their legend has to die. Now, there was 3 people who came home recently, right, who play a pivotal role. Each 3 of them play a pivotal role in the hearts and the minds of some of the people who we are teachers to, and some of the people that we even want to bring into the fold and whatnot to wake them up. These 3 people were Vibes Cartel, the world boss, right? Big Meech, and Young Thug. Okay. Yeah, my website doesn't have the Naga hats in them right now. They are all custom and whatnot, and we didn't put them on the site, but we will put them on Buy Me a Coffee by they'll be up there the latest Thursday. They'll be up there. The latest is Thursday. But we gotta grow our conversation up. I will entertain a conversation about Mars before I'm gonna entertain this conversation about if niggas is snitching and whatnot. You feel me? But at the end of the day, Out of these three people, Rollo as well, but Rollo don't have the youth. Rollo, shout out to Wyatt and Lucci. I'm talking about the people who have a grip on the game, right? They got a grip on culture. They have a grip on the hearts and minds of more than millions of people. The world boss, he got a grip on niggas around the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you want the copper crown? Give me a minute. I'm gonna give you the information to get it. I was on the phone with the sister. She said her phone is blowing up. Mad people is reaching out to her about them copper crowns. Shout out to everybody who reached out to the lady, to the sister who did the copper crown for me. I will give you her information in a minute. Here it goes. Just take a screenshot of her phone number. See her phone number? Hold on. Got the green screen. Yeah, take a picture of that. Her name is Precious Mother Love. Precious Mother Love. And the number is 202-670-3274. And please be respectful when you call her. Not to say that y'all not gonna be. Out of all three of those artists, I believe in Vibes Cartel the most. Out of all three of those people that I said, because these individuals have steered millions of people down certain paths. And there's no coincidence that they all came home right around the time of the fourth or third quarter of 2024 and whatnot. You know what I mean? When we did the recap of the year, we was like, in 2025, we're going to see the impact of some of these people that they're letting out of jail because of the grip that they have on the minds of the youth and whatnot. I listened to Vibes Cartel on the Drink Champs. I was impressed. I'm not gonna shit you. I ain't gonna hold you. I was impressed. You know, me and Vibe. His name should be Schoolie Cartel because we the same age. We the same age. He's born 76. I'm born 75, but we both 49 and whatnot. He's wise for his age. It would be a shame if he was my age and he didn't know shit. You feel me? So when you talk about a redemption arc, right? Yeah, and it's dark skin vibes now. You know what I'm talking about? It's dark skin vibes. I never really listened to World Boss coming up. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. I'm from Flatbush, but once Vibes came out, I was already off the dance hall shit and the mix and the at ease, the sound clashes. I was already on. I was on a hip hop. I was always on hip hop, but I kind of like really shifted to all hip hop around the time when Vibes came out. I wasn't fucking with that sound and whatnot. I'm more Bounty Killer, Beanie, you know, Shaba. I'm from that era, and I didn't really want to listen to a Jamaican nigga rap. You know what I mean? I was into more of sound clashes, Badman things. You know what I mean? Gundalero and all of that shit. Super Cat, Ninja, you know, all of that. And then when Biggie came out and they had that run in like 93 with the tunnel era, it kind of like took me away from, you know, the sound clashes and, you know, Kilimanjaro, Stone Love, King at Ease, Bass Odyssey, Earth Ruler. These are all of the DJ sets that were very, very popular in Flatbush for the sound clashes at like Tilden, Biltmore. I'm talking about shootouts. The shit was litty. But I wasn't really rocking with him, but I seen how people rock with it, and I was like, cool. But I didn't really pay him too much mind and whatnot. But I know that he had a grip on the younger generation coming up and whatnot. So I'm listening to him talk. He got the history. He knows his history. He brought up Marcus Garvey, spoke about him in an elevated way. He knows his history of dance hall and everything. I mean, it ain't hard to know your history if you were part of it. You know what I mean? But you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised. Some people like to play dumb. Some people like to play dumb, and we talked about it before on this show. One of my biggest pet peeves are intelligent men who play dumb. Like that shit irks me to the 1000th degree. Can dance hall make a comeback? I don't. If you're talking about daggering, jumping off of speakers to hump women and whatnot, if you talk, I don't know about the new dance hall Too Tough. You know what I'm saying? I like Skilla Bang and a few other niggas, but I don't know about. I can't really say if it's gonna. No, I don't think that they can match the energy of the original dance hall for the 90s and whatnot. They don't have the same lineup like early Bounty, early Beanie, early Buju. Like nobody could match. I don't hear none of these young dudes matching that, even to the point where I respect Vibes Cartel, but I can't say that he was doing it. And you know, there's a whole thing about who's the king of the dance hall between him and Beanie Man, and yeah, have a clash it out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, clash it out, dub it up. You know what I mean? Get some dub plates. You know what I mean? And clash that shit out. Pop up as Sting and whatnot, and clap it out. You know, clap it out. Yeah, shout out to Movado. He kind of washed though. Gaza versus Gully. You know, so out of all three of them that I was gonna say was gonna stay out of jail, I can't say Vibes 100% because even though he seems that he has his head screwed on, Jamaica is a toss up. Jamaica is a toss up. Shit be going down. You don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? But I do know for a fact that Big Meech is going to get tricked out of his freedom because of what just happened. It's sad. It's sad. But he's going to be tricked out of his freedom. And Young Thug is definitely going to jail. Like that's not even a you know. YFN Lucci is home too. Yeah, Young Thug is going back. He don't show no growth. He's not showing no maturity. He's not showing no he's not showing that he wants to stay home. He's not showing that he respects the fact that he caught one of the sweetest deals ever, but that deal put him in a headlock to whereas I doubt he'll keep his nose clean for 15 years. You know, the ego on Big Meech is not going to allow him to not crash out. And if it's discovered that he really did tell, yeah, it's gonna be ugly. His whole brand is damaged and whatnot. He had the opportunity to make a lot of money, but it's like, what the fuck is you know, I'm good on the BMF movie. The series, you know, I'm on the fence about the series. The series was like an action series. It wasn't even a real life story anymore. It was just a fucking action series. Little Meech became like a like an action figure. You know what I mean? 50 Cent had that nigga like an action figure, like a super duper tough guy, and that's not really the true story behind him. That's not what he's known for, being a super duper tough guy. He's not a bully like that. In Atlanta, they don't know him for that. So, you know, 50, you know, created a caricature, and the same people that could create you could destroy you. You know, the same people that could create you could pull the plug on you. And the reason why it's so detrimental is because, yeah, I don't think that 50 is going to back up off of that, and he's going to put out a documentary exposing things, and it's just going to tell the truth. I would get in front of the story and just tell on myself, you know? I would just tell the story and be like, yeah, I told because I wanted to come home, and it is what it is, you know what I'm talking about? And fuck that street shit, denounce that street shit. I ain't right, you know what I mean? Denounce it, throw, you know what I mean? You can't have your cake and eat it too, and just become a content creator. You know? Just become a content creator. You know what I'm talking about? You know? But his son, Little Meech, was kind of talented in a way, you know what I mean? In some hood shit. Yeah, YSL Woody did it, right? He ain't hiding. I want to see some footage. I want to see Big Meech 20v1. Go get your bread, man. Go get your cheddar, bro. Go do the 20v1 by yourself and then do the next one with YSL Woody. Fuck it. And then you could go to real life stars. You know the shit. You could do the couch. You could do real life stars, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Do the 20v1, Meech. You know? Do the 20v1. Be a legend. That part, you know? You said he should get a podcast? Right. I would pull up on Tyler Perry, man. I would pull up. Yo, Tyler, man. Give me my movie. Give me a movie, Tyler. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Give me a movie, Tyler. If I was Big Meech, I would do TikTok shop and just be selling sneakers and shit and shirts to niggas. TikTok shop, cause you was selling shit before. You known for selling. TikTok shop is lit. Niggas is making $1 million a day. You know what I mean? I would get on TikTok shop and sell like hair shit for the hair. You know what I mean? You got that good hair. You know what I'm saying? And I would sell t-shirts. You know what I mean? Prove to these niggas. And when you get a little bit of traction, then you launch the BMF meme coin on Solana. Yo, why? This is why I'm saying that the streets is dead, right? If there's anybody on this line that's watching me with the fake tough face, your girlfriend got to look at you because you got the ice grill and whatnot, nigga. I'm gonna melt that ice grill of yours, B. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let me get in my bag and start really dragging the street shit because I could get belligerent. But how the fuck do you take the street serious when Rick Ross, he was an advocate against Bitcoin? I remember he called out the crypto bros and them niggas got scared. This was like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Niggas was tucking in a Bitcoin chain because he was like, Rick Ross was like, what's all of that Bitcoin talk? Where the money at? You know what I mean? He was kind of like calling niggas out. And rightfully so, people got intimidated. Crypto crashed, and it was whatever. Now, to show you how nigga, you can't take nobody serious no more. Y'all remember that, right? He was crashing out on the crypto niggas. Instead of like saying, I'm gonna open up the mansion, I'm gonna open up my estates, I'm gonna open up these acres, you know what I mean, and do a black crypto convention. You feel me? I'm gonna bring the cars out and whatnot. You know what I mean? I want all of you black millionaires to pull up on me and teach me this shit. He would have got a better response. Then fast forward, you're doing a crypto event for Donald Trump, but you didn't even get Donald Trump coins because them shits went crazy in one night, the pump and dump. You didn't even get no Donald Trump coins. They paid you in cash, nigga. You didn't ask them to pay you in crypto. And then a few weeks later, when you realize you got jerked and you missed out on millions upon millions of dollars, you launched your own coin. Do you know that Rick Ross launched his own meme coin this weekend? The boss, big boss for the car show. This nigga launched a meme coin and it was crashing and he pulled the rug. This nigga did a rug pull on his own coin. I guess that's the new, these rappers are struggling. Let's just be clear. Let's just put it out there. These rappers are struggling. I'm talking about real bad. I had a talk with my Cape Verdean strippers. No, I'm just playing. I had a talk with some people who was in the nightclub scene, and they was like, yeah, man, the rappers, just the streets, just the money that used to be around, it ain't around no more. You know what I'm saying? Strippers, I mean, the rappers is out here with fake credit cards and trying to pass food stamps you know what I mean? Shit going, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. You know what I mean? It's crazy in these streets. You know what I'm talking about? So the desperation is real. And you're beginning to see some of these artists who people assumed were quote unquote having it, right? They not having it. And it shows in their actions. So why the hell is Rick Ross promoting the car show in January? And the shit is all the way in June. He need that bread. He gotta pay them up. He gotta pay some of that real estate tax, my nigga. This nigga's promoting a car show that starts in June all the way in January. And I get it, you know, you plan ahead and everything, but nigga, that's too early. We're literally, the shit is in summertime, which is like the third season. At least wait to the second quarter, my genius. He's trying to get some pre-sales right now. And then he launched a meme coin called the Boss Coin. What the fuck is the Boss Coin? You're not known for this. This is not what you're known for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're not even known for crypto, bro. And you out here talking about you want to release a coin. There's no utility. What's the utility on that? You know what I mean? Oh, they are slamming him in the comments. I promise you. They are going crazy on my dude in the comments. Did he take down all of his shit? Hold on. Damn, he took down all of the Bitcoin shit. See? My nigga hurt. He down bad, man. Rick Ross is down bad, man. You know what I'm talking about? And he's one of the reasons why the whole shit fell apart with Young Flinnery. And he going on a millennial tour. Now you come on now. Rick Ross on a millennial tour? You mean with Bow Wow? What the fuck? You talking about with Bow Wow and Pretty Ricky, my nigga? You on a tour with Bow Wow and Pretty Ricky? And you trying to convince me that you lit? What are we doing, fam? What are we talking about? Like, is this your king? This what we doing? Come on, fam. This nigga's pumping fake Bitcoins. And he got his shoulder broke, right? Look at that. Coincidentally, they go ahead and cancel the BMF reunion shit. Then he pop up with a broken arm. Like, fam, who had you dangling off the goddamn balcony, whipping you with paddles and whatnot? Niggas whipped him with a paddle, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, give Freeway Ricky his name back. You won't live in peace. You won't live in peace. You know what I'm talking about? Shit is bad in these streets, man. I'm just showing you all of this, hopefully to break a few spells, because the spell that the hip hop world had on our people, it didn't make no sense. But hopefully we are in a new day and age where that spell is beginning to break. People are waking up. Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep type shit. They're looking for new avenues and whatnot of worship. Okay. They're looking for new places to bring their attention, and it's away from these quote unquote these entertainers. You know, these entertainers. You know? So kudos to the fall, to the death of this party. You know what I mean? Kudos to watching the party die, because God damn it, it's not healthy for us anymore. It cannot sustain us anymore. You know, We should not feel any type of way for turning our backs on something that doesn't sustain us anymore. You feel me? They're not even smart businessmen. They don't own any coins. These niggas is out here doing pump and dumps on Solanos, whereas they should have been sitting on 100 Bitcoins minimum. They wasn't listening to Nipsey Hussle because he was literally putting everybody in the rap business on game in 2017 and even before that. So they didn't even respect Nipsey enough, even after he got murdered, to say, you know what? I respect Nip so much that I'm gonna go ahead and get me some crypto. I'm gonna give me some Ethereum. I'm gonna give me some Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Because when Nipsey died, Ethereum wasn't even out yet. Wasn't even out yet. You know? So many things have happened since 2020, right? I think one of the first chinks in the armor was the George Floyd shit. You know? The George Floyd shit. Where people was kind of like, okay. So you niggas is ambulance chasers and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? You know, either the rappers were coming out to say something or they were eerily silent. Then they turned the hip hop community into Democratic shills and whatnot, same year, 2020, to bring Joe Biden and Kamala the cop into power. Then they used them, Big Pharma, right? Fauci and all of them. Then they used them to be the faces of the C-19 Jabberwocky. Right? So through this whole cycle, for people that were paying attention, they were seeing some shit that they've probably never seen before. People that they look up to turn into, they realize that these people are owned and whatnot. They realize that it may be true what people are saying about artists that are on contract. The fact that if they're contracted, right, that they are owned, right, in perpetuity by either somebody who owns their master, who will be considered their master, or a label, one of these billion-dollar entities like UMG, Universal, Sony, and shit like that. Like, damn, you niggas is, y'all are just the help at the end of the day. Like, you're just as corporate as anybody else in corporate America. Fast forward to where we at right now. The allure and the appeal and the grip that they had on the hearts and the minds of people of all ages, because the hip hop shit, it crosses all ages. I see grandparents, great grandparents, great grandparents underneath a hip hop spell, right? It began to break, it began to shatter, it began to fall apart. And if you're in a place right now where you are hypnotized by hip hop or some of these artists, you're in a bad place. You are in a bad place. You know what I mean? You more than likely are used to being in certain type of situations where, you're drawn to the negative. You know what I mean? But anybody who cares about themselves, anybody who cares about their well-being, anybody who cares about their mental health, anybody who got into health during the 2020 awakening and whatnot, you begin to realize that these frequencies don't serve you anymore. You begin to realize that those frequencies don't resonate with you, and the messages and even the imagery. It does not resonate with your higher self anymore. You became more repelled than attracted to what it is that you were witnessing and whatnot, because with an awakening comes a new perspective on everything around you that prior to that, when you were looking at it, you were like, oh, it was like looking like the Oval Office. It was just ornate, you know what I mean? It was just like the opulence of the jewelry and the dresses and the, oh my goodness, and the, you know what I mean, the cars and shit. Yeah, all of that is a dub. All of that is a dub. All of that shit is a you know what I mean? It's all an illusion and whatnot. So shout out to hip hop. No, shout out to rap, because hip hop is is a little bit different. Shout out to rap for being so goddamn horrible that people were forced to wake up out of the spell that you had on my people, right? You know, so people are waking up. And that's a beautiful thing. Our women, though, you know, our women, you know, they were hit hard in 2020 with the rise of the I will call it the WAP movement, because that was the song that kind of got things really jumping and whatnot. You know, that was the song, that was the catalyst, right? Remember, during the protests of a porn star, because George Floyd was in porn, right? And we spoke about all the way back in 2020 when it first happened. We did a show. I don't know if they removed the show or not, but we did a show about BLM, Black Lives Matter, and we went a little bit deep, you know what I mean? We went down a dark rabbit hole, and we explained the obsession that these liberals had with black men, and specifically black men cadavers, which would translate to dead black men, right? Dead black men, right? We showed how they were standing on the corpse and the cadavers of dead black men. And we also showed that they didn't have any respect for black men who were alive and breathing and had something to add, right, to the revolution. They would never platform anybody that was quote unquote that had motion, right, and were on the front lines, right? They didn't platform no black man who was busy, who was getting busy and whatnot. Heterosexual black men, they were not platforming them, but they didn't have a problem with making them slogans, putting them on t-shirts, right? Saying their names, but you had to be dead. You could not be you could not be alive. You had to be dead. So we was like, damn, shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? What I'm looking at. And there was this time, there was this small window where our people were unified, right? And, you know, we were kind of like on cold. And then I remember it clearly. It was like on a Wednesday, and they had a snippet, and it was like dropping this Friday, Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, and they had them inside of that little candy house, and I was like, oh, this is different. You know, these are two, you know, and that's before Megan Thee Stallion even was like really embracing that whole, you know, she's Tina Snow, you know what I mean? I knew her for having bars. I knew her for having bars. I didn't know her so much for having like, you know, this type of yoni rap, you know what I mean? And then the fucking video dropped, right? And then things kind of shifted a bit, you know what I'm talking about? And the attention that was paid on the protests and other things began to wither, right? And it turned into, you know what? Let's go back to this. You know what I mean? Well, let's go to these clubs. Let's go shake ass. Let's go out. You know what I mean? Let's go party. Let's go back to the strip club. Let's go back to the club. Let's go. You know what I mean? And then the motherfucking clothes started coming off. The clothes started coming off. And there was this thing called a sexual revolution that I had heard about. I was hearing about it, sexual liberation type shit. And I was like, really? I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know that they had, I didn't know that we were liberating right now. And the liberation turned into, you know, we're gonna throw this box. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw this box, and we're gonna take no prisoners. And it turned into a city girl movement. You know what I mean? And our sisters really got knee deep into prostitution and prostitution rap. You know what I mean? And it breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I know I speak about it a lot and whatnot. You know, because I personally, I know what that shit feels like. You know what I mean? Nobody wants a woman that they are with to turn no trick. You know what I'm saying? And for as a father and as a black man who cares about our women looking decent in public and carrying themselves to a certain standard, that shit is heartbreaking to see the lengths of how this culture had our women falling and whatnot, and how the world is looking at our women. Can't, as a real man, I can't hold my head up around no shit like that. I can't walk in the room and feel proud about nothing that I see if what I see is a lot of people on their knees and whatnot. I'm just not, you know what I mean? I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm too aware of shit, you know what I'm saying? But that don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? I never really had a problem, you know, with the ladies, not to toot horns or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most Mac of the Macs and whatnot, but I don't, you know what I mean? I didn't have it to whereas I needed women to be broken in order to get at them. I didn't need women's standards to be lowered in order to, you know what I mean, in order to shot. But there's a lot of men who they champion the degradation because they couldn't get with y'all if the standards were high, they could not get with y'all. But the minute it became a Cash App transaction, they were there for that. You feel me? The minute it became a motherfucking barter for some goddamn za or some Don Julio, you know what I'm talking about, or riding the boat, they was there for that. You know what I mean? That's the level that they like to play on. You feel me? So the standards got rearranged and whatnot, and women who I would hold to a higher standard lower their standards and started fucking with the help. And that just, I don't know. Like, I think the angels in heaven was just, you know, the men is one thing. The men is one thing. Like historically, you know, but the women is another thing. I think the angels in heaven are more offended by what the women is out here doing, you know, in the face of all of this shit. Make it make sense. You know? Make it make sense. That was a plague in our community for many years now. And it's only currently going away because the city girls are down 1,000. Meg is down, Cardi is down, Young Miami is down, JT is down. Like all of them is down 1,000 points. But if they was up, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, remember Queen Sheba from American Gods? Was her name Bilquis, where she swallowed that dude up in her yoni, you know? it's a time and a place for a lot of different things, you know. And it goes back to what I was saying when I was younger and I was coming up, and my observation to how everybody jumped into the crack game, right? Everybody jumped off of the porch at one point in my hood and became a crack dealer or a drug dealer. And that was not the original plans. So it's the same thing that I'm seeing when these shorties started jumping off and whatnot. All of them jumped off the porch and became this one thing. You feel me? Damn near all of them jumped off the porch and became something that they were not raised, or that's not their role in their contract, that just they look so out of place that it can't be. You understand? It cannot be. The same way that there was niggas out there selling drugs, and when the stick up kids pulled up, they knew who to run down on immediately, because it's some people that look like they belong there. And then when you don't belong there, you stand out like sore thumbs and whatnot. You feel me? So they were the first ones to get washed up by the stick up kids and the shooters and whatnot, because they like, nigga, you're not built for this. You're not built for this. You feel me? You're not built for this. So when it came to going to the strip clubs, the vultures were able to spot who's not really built for this. When it came to going to certain areas, and you know, women is out here looking crazy and looking like they're for sale and whatnot, right? Where they have compromised their values. Yeah, the wolves were ready for that. The vultures, the wolves, the hyenas. They pulled up and they took full advantage of these sisters and whatnot, and they ran through them, did them dirty, ran through them. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to handle. They mishandled the flowers. They mishandled the flowers, and they trampled on the garden. You know what I'm talking about? They trampled on the garden. Go on my timeline. Go on my timeline and look. Let's do a comparison to how they was looking in 2020 versus how they look right now. I got a whole gang of shorties. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like that was a phase. I guess it was the 2020 slut phase, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's the new millennium hoe phase. But I'm glad that that shit is coming to a close. You know? I'm glad it's coming to a close. It's still ugly out there. It's still ugly. It's still ugly out there, but it's coming to a close. You know, it's coming to a close. You know what I'm talking about? That shit is meaning. It's yeah. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. You know what I'm talking about? It's giving. Wrap it up. You know, and yeah. I don't applaud that shit, because like I said, I'm not a nigga who, I don't live in lack. You know what I mean? I don't live in lack. And I don't, if it's not meant to be, then it ain't meant to be. I'm not one of those people that be pressing up and forcing shit. You know what I mean? If it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be. But y'all gave dun niggas access to some of the most sacred spaces, you know, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You can't even pay your phone bill with that money. You know, can't even pay your phone bill with that money. And these rappers, they made that shit they made that the sport. They made that shit in vogue. Start for law on every single one of them. You know what I mean? And you're gonna see the repercussions, right? Because the spirit, karma is real. There's gonna be some karma to pay for that shit. There's going to be karma from all of these artists that help to promote that shit. The same way that the rappers, the male rappers, they caught karma for the fuckery that they was involved in. A lot of them. A lot of them. You know? A lot of them. You said Rihanna was never one of them. Come on, fam. I'm not gonna talk nobody's business on the internet. I'm not sloppy like that. But come on, fam. Let's stop playing. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just keep it a Buckington. You know. But yeah. So the artists like Doechii, you know, it ain't a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of them. Like, what's her name? Rhapsody. But you know, women ain't, you know what I'm saying? These young shorties, these baddies and whatnot, they not listening to no fucking Rhapsody, bro. They not listening to no Rhapsody. They not even listening to Doechii like that. I'm more so saying those names because of the image on a global scale. What is the globe looking at? That's what I'm more concerned with. You know what I mean? This local shit is something different. But what's being projected, what's being broadcasted around the world, so the world could basically see what our people have to offer. Yeah, I know she's bisexual. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know. I don't see her pushing that too tough though. In the past, like her rebranding, it didn't bring the rainbow shit with her. If I'm wrong, then maybe I don't know. But I've been looking at Doechii. I've been paying attention to her, and I don't see too much of that in her rebranding because she did get rebranded. You know, she did get rebranded. Yeah, she has the power right now. I hope she has elder women guiding her. I just, and once again, it ain't like she's in 3/4 of a cloth, and I'm not coming on this thing saying that you got to be wrapped up. I like how she gives it up. She might wear some shit where it's like booty shorts. I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? It's done it's done artistically. It's artists. It's art. You know, it's art. If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. So whatever got her that Grammy and whatever pushed her to that place where she's being considered to be a megastar, it didn't have nothing to do with her box. It didn't have nothing to do with selling her box. It didn't have nothing to do with her being naked. It didn't have nothing to do with her professing her whoredom, right? Or whoredom. That's not what got her the accolades. So she said the spirit did it, right? She said she went sober. You know, she went sober. And I'm not here to, once again, I'm not here to police no artists. I am just gonna rate them. And I don't, and the metrics that I'm gonna rate them by is just a metrics of, basically decency and public image and whatnot, and I'm gonna rate them against the mandates of what hip hop stands for. Higher elevation, higher infinite power, healing our people and whatnot. You know what I mean? Higher. You don't gotta be like MC Light. I'm not gonna hold you to those standards that you gotta be Moni Love. And no, they came out in the 80s and whatnot because we was listening to Queen Latifah, but we was also listening to Salt and Pepper. And Salt and Pepper would be considered Little Kim back in their days. Who was back in those days that remember that? That song Push It and Let's Talk About Sex and everything. That was considered to be very raunchy in those days. And the way that Pepper used to dress and the way that Pepper used to look, she was considered to be Little Kim energy back in those days. You know? Music is God to the young. Yeah, yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? And the young people got a whole new you won't even know the artists that they listening to. It's motherfuckers we don't even hear about. You know? But Pepper was considered to be Little Kim, not because Little Kim took it further than her. She took it further than her, and she was way more raunchier. But before you get to a Little Kim, you gotta go past Pepper, Adina Howard. Okay, there's certain artists that you have to get past before you get to the Little Kims of the world and whatnot. And because there was a Little Kim, then you got a Nicki Minaj, and because there's a Nicki Minaj, you're gonna have a Meg Thee Stallion. You're gonna have a Cardi B, and because there was a Cardi B, you have this whole new class of dolls and brats and everything else and whatnot. You like? I had to unfollow Scarlett. I was riding for Scarlett, and then she did a video, and it was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Like, let me get you up off my timeline for about a year and get back to you later because the fuck, you know what I mean? I was riding for. I lost followers sticking up for Scarlett, and then she went ahead and did some dumbass shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Adina Howard with the Freak Like Me. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Adina Howard dropped Freak Like Me? That was considered to be raunchy back then. Niggas had to skip, they had to cover their ears in certain places and whatnot. No, Biggie wrote all of that stuff. Biggie wrote all of that. Shout out to Cash Doll, who out of all of the dolls is the baddest of all of them. Let's be clear. I love me some Cash Doll. You know what I'm talking about? She just has that, she got that Detroit beauty, yo. She just got like that Jet Magazine ebony beauty to me. Like I really, I don't know what it is about her, but I don't know. I don't know. Cash Doll, yeah, that part. You know what I mean? She's hot. I don't know if she should still be rapping. You know what I'm saying? She's giving more boss energy for me. She should be she should be doing more executive type shit. If I was her, I would have ventured into like acting and whatnot. You know what I mean? She could be she might not be a lead and whatnot, but I could see her in a love, like a Love Jones type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I could see her as somebody's love interest because she still got the beauty, she still got the body. She just had them babies and whatnot, so she on her mama shit. Like she is the jet beauty of the week. She got that classical beauty out. Please don't start chopping your face up and fucking with your nose and your upper lip type shit. Please, sis. Like I hope nobody out. I hope whoever's loving on her is making her feel as beautiful as how she appears to people who's looking at her. Because yeah. What comes after that whole rap era? Hmm. Bars. Bars. You know, talk your shit. I just don't need 1,000 of you. You know what I mean? Talk your shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just don't need 1,000 of you. There's some girls out there that's doing they're doing that quote unquote ratchet, and they're doing the whole rap, and they don't have to do it. That's my thing. They don't have to do it. Ice Spice, she didn't have to do what she did. That wasn't her. That's why she was so uncomfortable towards the end of it. Yeah, I rock with Larry June. Yeah, I fucks with him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ASAP definitely got to drop an album ASAP. You know what I mean? He got to drop an album ASAP. But remember Jean Grey? She has so much potential. Ice Spice is melted. Yeah, yeah, she's definitely melted. You know what I'm saying? She definitely. I'm just talking about certain artists that look out of place trying to do shit that they're not built for. That wasn't her calling. You know what I mean? That wasn't her calling. She could have stuck to the pop music. Yeah, she's more like a pop star, you know? But that wasn't, yeah, Jean Grey was nice. You know what I'm saying? How do you categorize Lotto? The Lotto thing is real. It's real. Lotto is like Iggy Azalea to me. I'm sorry. She's cosplaying. No disrespect to her. She's from Clayco, but she's giving Iggy to me. You know, she's giving Iggy Azalea. And she got bars too. Like, let's be clear. I'm not shitting on her music and nothing. I'm not shitting on her music, but she's giving Iggy Azalea. You know, MC Light was and is still gorgeous. Yes, MC Light. Who did MC Light link up with that got her with all of the voiceover jobs? She was. I was listening to the NFL shit with Kendrick. I'm like, I asked my whiz. I'm like, is that MC Light with the voiceover? Like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck did she sign? What? Who's her agent? They getting her all the jobs. You know what I'm talking about? I think it might have something to do with that little. It's a little DEI shit going on with MC Light. You know what I'm talking about? A little bit of DEI activity. Is she married to a man? She's married. Salute to her. Salute to her. Spinderella was bad. Yeah, she was a baddie. Yeah, you know, we love us some Glorilla over here. Glorilla, Gloria, hallelujah, hallelujah. You know, I rocks with her. I rocks. Yeah, she did the Super Bowl. Yeah, she get into that paper. She do BET voiceovers, the fucking Image Awards type shit. They got on NAACP Image. She be on that. Her voice is everywhere. She keeps her a gig. Salute to her. Salute to her. You know, salute to her. Queen Latifah got her that plug. Queen Latifah more than likely got her that plug. You know, yes, she is married, yes, to a black man type shit. You know what I mean? Salute to her. I can't wait to Cyrock. Yeah, somebody was asking what's next. I would say that the Cyrock breakthrough. You got Rhapsody with the Grammy. They paved the way. I need Cyrock. I need Lizzie Jeff. Like, it's time for them. It's time for them. It's their time. The stage has been set. I'm not too familiar with Kalani. I know about her music and everything. I'm not too familiar with her like that. Yes, Saddest the Goddess. Salute to her. I would love to see her on the stage as well. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see her on the stage. But to me, there's the one who's been slept on for years, the one who's really up next that the industry knows about is Cyrock. Remember, the industry knows about her. The industry knows about her. It's just not, it wasn't that, it's a timing thing and whatnot. It's like they couldn't elevate her while all of the whole rap was kind of like wavy and whatnot. But the fact that Rhapsody won the Grammy and then Doechii is being singled out because, in my humble opinion, it's just my humble opinion, and I've been to plenty of Cyrock shows. Even I haven't, like, the way that she masters the ceremony. There's even men that can't do it like that. There's even men that can't do it like that. But the performance art that Doechii showcases and what Kendrick Lamar also showcased at the Grammys, performance art, not a performance at Rolling Loud, not a performance at the Grammy, not just getting out there and rapping, a performance art. You're mixing theater and hip hop, and then you're doing performance. That's, in my humble opinion, that is where Cyrock is going to shine. Yeah, Cyrock is nice and lyrical than all day. She's the nicest lyrically than all of them. And I stand on that. I stand on that, you know. But I would say performance art is something that I would explore and whatnot. And Cyrock has a future in film. You feel me? She got the look. She's wild talented. She's going to be here for a long time. You know, she's going to be here for a long time. But I would love to see her in more of a performance art environment to show her true acting skills and just like a melee of some of the songs and whatnot done as a story, like how Kendrick did it. He told the story utilizing the quote unquote catalog that he has. You said, what about Rhapsody and Shay Noor? Yeah, them too. Yeah, them too. They both nice. They are both nice. I never heard of Shabadoo Shrimp. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to check that out. You know. Seven the Genius. I don't know who that is. What's up with Mariah the Scientist? Is she all right? Yeah, I like 3D Nazi. I was looking at her video today where she turned her van into a studio. And I was like, hey, if you come and pick me up, I'll come and record in there. You know what I'm talking about? I'll come and record in there. Might do a massage, something, you know. But yeah, I like 3D Nate. She got bars. I was on her years ago too. She ain't new. She been out for a minute. You know what I'm talking about? I was on her for a minute. I just want to get her some new bottom fronts. I want to put her on to my jeweler. She needs some new bottoms. She need the bottoms with the gemstones in it. Just, you know what I'm saying? The all gold slugs. It's really not doing it for me. Tierra Whack. Tierra Whack is nice. She's also a performance artist. She do a lot of 1 minute jump offs and whatnot. She do a lot of 1 minute bars. Tierra Whack is fire though, out of Philadelphia. Shout out to her. You know what I'm talking about? Shabadoo. They from Breaking. I remember them niggas. I remember Shabadoo from Breaking. What about it? Royal Teeth Lab is my jeweler. Royal Teeth Lab. You know what I'm saying? Royal Teeth Lab. Like if she booked me to come and rap with her, that would be my gift. I'll bring some bottom fronts. Be like, here, throw them other ones away. And put the red opals in your mouth. Pause. Yeah. I don't know too much about No Name. I'm not familiar about her music. I'm not familiar with her music. And I'm allergic to Azalea Banks. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know, I cannot do it. Keisha Plum. Keisha Plum does the poetry with Griselda. Is that who she is? Yeah. Oh, she got a joint with Jay Electronica. I'm gonna check her out. Her name was was in a little bit of controversy before. I'm not that familiar with her catalog. I might have heard one or two joints, but I'm gonna check her out. I did see that she does this program where she brings books to inmates and whatnot. Salute to her. Who is Cass Kitty? Just the name Cass Kitty. Is she a kitty rapper? Huh? Is she a Hello Kitty rapper? Cass Kitty? I don't know who that is. Jungle Pussy. All right. JP. I gotta check out Jungle Pussy. What is happening with Onita, the Queen of Pakistan? Yeah, I think she got jammed up and whatnot. She fucked around and went to Dubai and was smoking cigarettes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bahamadia she been fire. She's from the same class of Rod Digger and all of them back in the days. Ladybug and all of them. She's a legacy artist. Yeah, I heard they got in the Bing. They got in Dubai in the Bing and whatnot. Nobody knows how to get in touch with her. She don't have an iPhone inside of the joint. You know what I mean? The way her skeeter is, she should have a motherfucking cell phone wherever she at. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I used to love Issa Rae. I go back to Awkward Black Girl. I go back to Awkward Black Girl on YouTube before she got insecure. Like I go back to the Lisa Ray when she used to do Ratchet. What was that? Ratchet something. I love me some Lisa Ray, some Issa Rae. You know. Oh, so Jungle Pussy is really an artist? Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm glad that y'all so knowledgeable about these artists. Chica Boo. I'm gonna check her out too. You know, I'm gonna check her out. Yeah, you gotta know the laws in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? They out there beheading niggas, and you gotta be careful with Dubai, man. I'll be out there on my best behavior. You feel me? You ain't gonna see nothing, man. Them niggas cross the street, yes sir. Allah Akbar. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get thrown in nobody's pokey out the country type shit. Mm-mm. No, you ain't gonna do me like that. Oh my goodness, how can I forget Ty Phoenix? Man, I be it's the stuff he knows for me. Yes, Ty Phoenix, one of the illest rappers. One of the illest rappers. I mean, just one of the illest artists, MCs who I've encountered in my travels and whatnot. Um, yeah, she was that's around the time of Jean Grey type shit back in the days. I remember seeing her at the where was I at? Blue Pill put me on to her. I seen her at Black Star in Harlem where they used to have the battle raps and whatnot. And I was sold right there. I was sold. I was like, and she's gorgeous too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, that's Mos Def's daughter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She got a wave with her. Jim Jones ran and took a song. That shit Harlem that's a remake of That's My Problem. Lady London. Nah. I'm not, Dreezy, I need to hear more. Rico Nasty, I need to hear more. You feel me? Tink, I need to hear more. I like them. I like Coast Contra. That's Ross Cost twins and some other people. Yeah, they kind of dope. They went viral a few times and whatnot. Lady LaShure. Yeah, I gotta check her out. Saweetie? You mean Saweetie? Okay, so all right. So she, I could find her on the streamings. Jean Grey, I didn't even notice she was putting out stuff. What's your take on the party? And now I wasn't really feeling that. I don't want to hear that nigga rapping about females right now because he don't, to me, he don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the allegations are still on you. You're still wearing a jacket, my nigga. Like, I don't want to hear you talking to our women. And he's talking, it ain't even like, you know what I mean? He's still talking greasy. Like, he's giving them that light skin bars. I don't know about all of that. Because I'm not glazing, but 30 for 30 and Luther, I like the way that Kendrick and SZA, I like their chemistry. I like what they talking about. I like that. Like it ain't like he's crooning on her and everything. I just like how they go. I like the chemistry. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't see too much chemistry with homie. Like, why don't he get a girl? Well, y'all just named about 50 artists to me just now. Like, why wouldn't Drake rap with one of them? You feel me? Like, why wouldn't he rap with one of them? I don't know about Party Next Door. I'm not really a Party fan like that. You know what I'm talking about? So listening to him, I wasn't moved by Party type shit. No, it didn't really do it for me, you know? So I don't know, man. He got his fan base though. Let me text my son and ask him how was the album. He got his fan base. I'm gonna text him right now. I'm gonna say you loved or you like Drake shit. He's one of those Drakes. You know the younger generation. They locked in. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing else but that shit. Party sounded like a Timu Future. Facts. Facts. I was like, I'm listening. I'm like, is this Future without the auto tune? Like, what am I listening to? You know what I'm saying? Definitely a Timu Future. He did a song with Ice Spice. No, he didn't. He put Ice Spice. They got a song together that did not go viral because I didn't hear nobody talking about that. You know. My son just texted me back. He said I rated it an 8 out of 10 when I listened to it. Now I'm gonna troll him and say hot garbage. That is. Shit is hot garbage. You know I be trolling. You know? An 8 out of 10 is not bad. 8 out of 10. If he said it was a 6, then I would have been like, it's my boy right there. You know what I mean? This nigga's coming around and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, that's how the youth is gonna ride with Aubrey. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna ride with Aubrey, you know. I was on Draco. That was my guy right there. Draco was my guy, bro. I was riding the Draco a little heavy for a minute. All of that beep bop boom bop boom bop bam. You know that the Kendrick's, you know, huh? Kendrick ran with the flow. Let's just keep it a buck. Armani Caesar, right? It's like if Griselda don't believe in her, why should I? That's my thing. If West Side and them don't, if they don't believe in her, why should I, man? I like her. I like her. But it's like if Michelle don't believe in you, why should I? Type shit. She gotta find her pocket. I don't think she found her pocket yet, type shit. You know what I'm talking about? She gotta find her pocket. She don't got too much time either. She's auntie. Somebody, you said Griselda's run is over. I was listening to the new West Side. What is it? 12. You dig? I heard AA on it. I was listening to the new album, and I was only getting excited when Stove God came on. Yeah, she not working hard enough. I need her to take them damn boots off and just go barefoot in the studio. I need to hear some barefoot rap. You know what I mean? I need her to take all that designer shit off, put on a champion sweatsuit. You know what I'm talking about? And go in the studio and crank that Soldier Boy. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really excited about too much shit that I was hearing on the said Griselda still jumping. I mean, how long you been riding with Griselda? I've been riding with Griselda for a minute now, and I like the beats. I rock with the beats, you know, but I'm not enthusiastic. You know what messed it up? When them niggas split up. That's what messed up the formula. Let's keep it a buck. When Benny went to Def Jam and fucked up the whole formula, and then Conway started wanting to be his own man and whatnot, that's kind of what messed it up. Dave East and Ransom got a project coming out. I'm here for that. And I'm not a big Dave East fan. I think Dave East hasn't found his sound either. You feel me? I don't think Dave East has found his sound as an artist either. Right? But I think that Ransom is gonna bring his pen out. Yeah, when Benny got shot, he was never the same after that. That shooting took his aura. That nigga, he was never back in his Tanner bag. After he got clapped, I think they stripped him too. It took the jury. It wasn't no more Benny for me. It wasn't the same. It just didn't hit the same. I would have hoped that I didn't have to say it like that. But yeah, he got with the Black Soprano nigga. I don't want to hear them niggas. I don't want to hear them niggas. No, you wasn't ready to come out with a crew yet. You know what I mean? You still establishing yourself. Yeah, Ransom's pen. I was listening to that. We was driving down to New Orleans. We was listening to Ransom and Conway shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Crazy. That shit was my nigga's pen. He might got the sharpest pen from all of the underground niggas in New York. Ransom. My brother liked 38 Special. I like 38. I'm not crazy about him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I like Griselda, but I'm not a drug dealer. Yeah, that's cocaine connoisseur rap. That's cocaine avant-garde rap. That's cocaine avant-garde rap. You know? And it's like I could do it, but you know what I mean? Is that Rio the young OG? Is that Rio the young OG? Is that who you talking about? Yeah, Ransom is stupid with it. You know what I mean? Conway is getting better. So as Conway gets better, Benny kind of like it's not the same, but Conway is getting better. You know? And Stove and Boldy was carrying. Yeah, so I know I'm not bugging. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not tripping. Like the sound is not there the same. When it was the 3-man team, they was Pray for Paris era and all of that. It was spooky for Griselda. They was scary. They was scary, bro. Yes, I do like his flow and his setup. Oh man, how did I forget Rock? Oh my goodness. Rock Marciano is a fucking problem. Oh man, that's your man's in them. Pusha T. That's your man's in them. Pusha T. That's your man's in them. Y'all clearly didn't listen to Everybody Can Go and Summertime Butch. I didn't. Yeah, I'm just saying the allure it didn't draw me to that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. It didn't draw me. There's certain artists that once you cool off, it'd be hard for me to get back. You know what I mean? And listen to you the same way. You know, I would say that Rock Marciano was getting better. You know, and he started this shit. I like the 2 Chainz album with Larry June, right? He made 2 Chainz rap again. I mean, I like 2 Chainz. His pen is always, he's a smart dude. You could tell from his pen. He's one of those smart cats, right? Like T.I., one of those intelligent cats who, you know, it's easy for them to do dumbed down rap. You know what I mean? It's easy for him to do dumbed down rap because he's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard for him, you know? Yeah, shout out to the God, Killer Priest, all day. Yeah, they split. It wasn't. Now they got my nigga West Side pulling all of that weight. He got an all-star lineup of niggas that he signed and whatnot. But It's not the same formula. Boldy still got to get, yeah, he almost died too. So I love the work ethic. He almost died in a car crash, and that shit made him go super hard and whatnot and put out mad projects. I respect that. Yeah. R.I.P. Ka. I gotta get into Ka more. I gotta get into Ka. I did not listen to Big Sean's last project. I did not listen to it. If I come across it, yeah, Graf is a legend in New York. Graf been rapping. Graf been barred up. You know what I mean? He's having a resurgence and whatnot with that whole Queens movement. So I wish that brother luck. You know, I wish that brother luck. I hope he gets the the look that he needs. You know, I hope he gets the look that he needs. You said 2 Chainz carried that album with Larry June. Yeah, he was in his bag. He picked that pen back up. You know, um, not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Not too much. Especially in the gym, I can't do random artists. I gotta know who I'm listening to. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit could throw your whole workout off. You know what I mean? Like I listen to I listen to a playlist that's curated that I know what I'm about to hear. You know, and Pooh, I would say that the music is not the same. You know what I'm saying? The music is not the same as 2020 and Pooh. You know what I mean? It's still banging though, but it's not the same. Okay, Ka is otherworldly. Graph is fire. Okay, let me write it down. And I would definitely go and listen to it. I am not above listening to anybody, especially if that's something that you like. You know, I want everybody to go and listen to this song, right? While we at it, go and listen to from the album Might Delete Later, right? The song featuring Daylight, Ab Soul, and J. Cole. I believe it's called Pie. Oh my goodness. Pie. That literally was my favorite song of 2024. I just couldn't say it. I just couldn't say it. I couldn't put it out there. But it was like my B-side favorite. It was my B-side favorite. That beat and them bars, that's the shit that I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Chef's kiss, my nigga. Chef's kiss. If you want to talk about a fucking song that is a bona fide classic, that song, what is it's called Pie, right? Is that the only? Let me pull it up. That right. If I could have played music on this channel right now, my genius, I'd have pulled that thing up right now. Right now. And played that ish. Cause that shit, the bars on that was going crazy. Yeah, it's called Pie. It's called Pie. Crazy. Pillow Talk with Benny and Jada. Yeah. After that song with J. Cole and Benny, what was it? Jimmy's Cadillac? Shit ain't been the same, man. Shit ain't been the same. You know what I'm talking about? Shit ain't been the same. You know? He took one of that nigga Infinity Stones. You know what I'm talking about? He took one of them Infinity Stones, man. You know? Shit was not the same after that. From Benny, that is. That boy came in there. J. Cole came in there and showed his fucking ass, bro. Pause. Yeah, Johnny P's Cadillac. He came in there that night. And the video was crazy. Yeah, Absol is definitely slept on. The video was crazy. Yeah, he ate food on that. You know what I mean? This is pre J. Cole, before he before he did Grippy. This is pre-Grippy, you know, pre-Grippy. The platform that's going to be dedicated to music is on its way. It's on its way. That is Blue Pill, Red Pill, and Father Rich, aka Radiohead Rich. That is on the way. We just had a meeting about it. That is coming very soon. We're gonna feed the streets. We're gonna feed the streets. Let's just say it like that. You know? Look, I got Unplugged for the Matrix. I got it written down right here. The minute I get off this show, I'm gonna listen to it before I start my other show. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Oh, we passed the time. Look. I don't want to cut it off like this, but I do have another show to do. We have Techno Tuesdays that me and the good brother Spin City has to do because we didn't do it last Tuesday. So I got to put on for my nerds, my blurs and whatnot. I got to put on for my techies and whatnot out there. We have class coming tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that signed up to the AI class. Let me see if I could pull that up. Shout out to everybody that signed up to our AI class. All right, everybody, I see you. We see you. You know what I mean? We will be in the building tomorrow on Wednesday, class number 2 out of the 4 weeks. We are celebrating Black Future Month. Okay, Black Future Month. And yeah, man. You said the Absol is mid. I would say go and listen to Control Theory, 2012 album. Go and listen to Control Theory. Classic. I'm not a big Absol fan of right now, but he put on so much on that album, and that shit is like he, you know what I mean? Like he stays on, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be rated forever just based off of that. Yeah, that Red Summer album was fire. It definitely was. You know what I'm saying? We got to come up with the follow-up. It's literally in my hard drive right now. I just don't know when we're going to put it out. You know what I'm saying? We literally have a follow-up. You know what I'm saying? I've been sitting on it for mad long. Pause. But it's time for it to come out. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out this year though, definitely. I think it's going to be the Red Winter, or I don't know. But it's coming. We might do the Red Summer Deluxe, right? The Red Summer Deluxe. And then we're going to come with the Red Winter, which will have new songs, new concepts. And yeah. Yeah, nah, I know what you're saying. The mid doesn't mean trash. And I would say that the Absol shit that I've been hearing lately, it's kind of mid. You know what I mean? I agree with you. And I said it to him. I said it to Absol on Instagram. I was like, the last project was mid, but you a legend because of what you put out, and you can you know, like Control Theory, Control System. You couldn't go wrong with that. So I keep you at a high regards. Just because now I don't have the chicken flu. Nah, I just gotta it's just like congestion and whatnot. I had eaten some cheese pizza. So I did it to myself. You know what I mean? I did it to myself. Okay, he did it for his brother Doughburger. I'm assuming his brother got murdered or something. You know what I mean? And he had to dedicate something to him. But shout out to him. I hope that he uses the hype that K Dot has to invigorate his pen and get in the studio and deliver a classic type shit. You know? Yeah, cheese equals mucus. Don't please don't follow my this is a bad example that I'm sharing. I'm setting right now. I should be more responsible. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for this. But yeah, we're gonna come back in about 15 minutes with the Techno Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. We just had to get this show out the way. Melanin Tuesdays, we had to pop up. Shout out to the bro ASAP Rocky, you know what I mean? With your not guilty verdict. I hope that I hope your ass stay out of trouble and whatnot, because you're a little trouble prone. You know, fix your circle. Stay with that girl that you with. You know what I'm saying? Stay locked in with your girl. You know what I'm saying? She'll get you out of trouble. Go get that bread. You know? Yeah, cheese pizza. If anybody knows about Edgewood Pizza, then you would probably know why I did what I did, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cheese pizza. That shit is kind of It tastes. It's the closest to New York pizza in Atlanta. It's the closest to New York pizza in the A. If I had Reby, I'd be on my best behavior. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. You messed that one up, boy. You know what I'm talking about? You can't come back to Harlem, my nigga. You messed that one up, Rocky. Your ass can't come back to Harlem. How about that? Type shit. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end this stream, and we will be back with Techno Tuesdays. Shout out to everybody that has been getting the replay for the Win in Rome. All right, Win in Rome MagaFest Destiny with me and Blue. The replay is available. Shout out to everybody that been picking up the 44 Tops album. Okay, the 44 Tops album. It is available. You could get it on Bandzoogle, or you could get it on the Buy Me a Coffee and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, these is on deck. And we got the coloring books for the adults as well. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's been getting their album. The album is fire. It's, it's not like it's 2 hours and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice listen. You know what I'm saying? You go ride out to it. But yeah, we will be back Third Eye Thursdays. Look out for us, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and the hoodie that I'm wearing right now, the Dick Gregory, we have the Dr. Sabi, we have all of the luminaries from KTL, all of the KTL alumni, Dr. Delbert Blair, we got Phil Valentine, we got Dr. Sabi, you know what I'm saying, and a few others. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Thank you for your conversation. Thank you for adding on and whatnot. And for everybody else, you just got you a master class in hip hop, current hip hop, classical hip hop. Take those artists that you heard and go down that rabbit hole if music is your thing. You know what I'm talking about? If the music is your thing, if the lyrics, if the music, if the sound bad, you might get introduced to a new artist that you will fall in love with and whatnot. You know who heard 19 Keys freestyle on Sway in the morning? He was carrying. You know what I'm talking about? He was carrying. He did his thing on that. So shout out to the bro for the freestyle. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the bro for the freestyle. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all of my freestylers. You know what I mean? Sharpen your swords. You said he was super trash. Garlic, honey. Look, I'm on my second cup of some good tea, some turmeric, some garlic, some honey. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna knock this shit out by tomorrow. Facts. All right. So with that being said, peace, love, and light. We're gonna end it with the Facts remix. Peace.
Brand new purple light, brand new purple light, friends, facts, brand new purple light, friends, red and blue, purple light, friends, facts. You can get to know get to know the legend. My love, just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, peace, love and light, peace, love to the family, peace, love and light to the family, peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.